my lovely wife Erin, and our wonderful son Will.
Yay!
We're from Methuen, Massachusetts, and we did drive here. So, Will is 12 years old, has X-linked MTM, and doing very well with it, despite a lot of challenges. But he's a great kid. He loves the Red Sox, and the Patriots, and loves music, and loves his dogs. What else do we need to say? He was active in Cub Scouts. We'll be sharing a little musical performance tomorrow night at the variety show. What else?
Say something about your dog.
I was just going to say, we'll say something about the dogs. We do have two beautiful black labs up in the top left corner there. They're cute dogs, but they're also special. They have actually helped participate in some of the research with Casey Childers and other folks. So these were adopted by us out of the lab, and we're very happy to give them a wonderful home, and they just love Will. And this is kind of a special connection for us all. That's it.
So the first time I came to the first conference back in 2009. I wasn't on the planning team for that conference, but David and I drove with Reed and my mother-in-law from the Bronx, New York, all the way down to Houston, Texas. And it was pretty crazy, but it was totally worth it. It was just such an amazing experience to meet families in person that we had kind of connected with a little bit on Facebook, and then to just actually, listen to the doctors speak. And I remember Kanye was the one who had really encouraged me to go to that, and it was just so worth it, even with all the trials of traveling. And I wish they could have been here today, but we're having some vehicle problems, so they couldn't be with me this time, but they're with me in spirit. And Reed and Paley are doing really well. They're very stable. They're both on vents. They can both be off the vent. Reed can be off the vent for several hours. Paley can be off for like a few minutes. They're just great kids, and I love being their mom, and I love serving the community with the conference. As I said, after I went to the first conference, I just thought, wow, I really want to be a part of this. This is just such a great, a wonderful thing. And so I'm just glad to be here and glad to help, and I'm so happy that you all could be here.
Well, this picture is a blast from the past. My name is Shannon Machinshi, and my son Javad is right there. He's playing Fruit Ninja, and I'm going to let that keep going because he's happy. My husband David in the blue shirt, and then this is our daughter Stesha. I was going to say it's our oldest daughter, but then she's our only daughter, so I guess that would make her oldest as well. Yeah, this picture, Javad was 2. He's 11. He'll be 12 in November. As you can see at that point, he does not have a trach or a vent. I don't really know. Maybe he's coming up here.
He wants to see the picture.
Oh, he wants to see the picture. And this is our oldest son, Adam, who will be 25 next week. Clearly not 25 in that picture. And this is our youngest of the oldest, as the kids put it. So we have the oldest and then Javad. That's the way our family talks about the children. Our youngest of our oldest just turned 20. And then there's Javad. We actually live in Oregon, and we did drive here as well. We've driven, I guess Javad's coming up here. Do you want to come up, baby? Okay. This is Javad. He's coming to see all you. Do you want to turn him up? I guess he's a showman, who knew? We drove here from Oregon. We have been involved since the beginning of the first conference. Javad was actually diagnosed when he was 2 years old, and at that point I connected up with Erin and Connie, and then Amanda, who actually lives in Georgia now. And as I was telling Allison, right after Javad was diagnosed, I got the call from the doctor. I looked online. Oh, go back. Go to your sister. Sorry. I got a call when he was diagnosed after looking on the internet and finding no good news that just told me everything horrible that was going to happen. I found the Phrases website. At that point, Joshua's picture, he was 2, and he could have been my son. As a matter of fact, people were asking me how I got Javat's picture on the internet. And I looked at my husband. I called actually he was out of town with the other kids, and I said, I think we've found our people. And it's just been a great experience over these last few years, and our community has grown, and we have more and more children that are doing better and better, and that is really inspiring for me to continue to be a part of this community and welcoming all the new families. As we've said, this conference is Baby Fest, which is really, really exciting because it says that we see great things happening in our future, and the researchers that are here, we see great things happening with them as well. So it's nice to meet you. So the next family we'd like to come up is the Bauer family.
Hi, I'm the mom of Alex and Levi, and they went home. We only live about 15 minutes away from here, so they went home. They'll be back tomorrow. This is Isabella, and Amanda, and Scott. And then there's yet another one that is at a cross-country camp, Max. And my husband is out of town right now. So just different pictures of our family and the different things that we do. We try to make life as normal as possible. Alex is 19, and he just finished his first year at college, and he is studying creative writing and journalism. And Levi is 18, just graduated from high school, and he will be going to college this fall, and he is going to be a CPA, is his plan. So, you know, they told me a lot of negative things when they were born, and all the things they wouldn't do and they couldn't do, and we pretty much proved it all wrong. And I don't take no for an answer, and just persevere and make the best of everything you have, and they have, and they're going to school, and it's exciting. So.
Wonderful.
Beth, could you come back? Come on back. We would like to present you with 2 plaques in honor of your nephews, Matthew and Lucas. One plaque that has, one box that has 2 things in there. So we'd like to honor those warriors as well.
Marie.
And so just so you know, this is the plaque, and so what it says is, in loving memory, and then the name and the dates. May you always feel the love surround you, and know His loving legacy lives on in our community. They are not gone who live in the hearts they left behind. All our love, the 2013 MTM-CNM Family Conference. So the next family we'd like to ask to come up is the Biddle family.
So just so you can prepare yourself, we're going in alphabetical order. So if you're at the beginning,
You're cooking it.
okay. Should we put like the on decks? On deck is the Bronsteins.
I don't like to talk on microphones. Sorry. This is Ashton. He's 8.5. Getting ready to go to the 3rd grade. He's eating goldfish. He's kind of crabby. He's been up since 2 this morning. We traveled about 11 hours here today in the car. That's my mom, Dawn. His dad couldn't be here today. He had other plans. So we drove all the way here. This is our first conference. We wanted to come to the first one, but I was in school. I just finished nursing school last year. So we have another son, Austin. He passed away in 2004. He will be 11, August 14th. That's Austin and that's Ashton.
Thank you.
And we'd like to give you a plaque in memory of Austin.
Thank you.
Thank
You ready? Now you're gonna stay up here.
Okay. Do you want to take the mic? Rachel Bronstein, are you here? See. She's here.
Thank you.
I don't think she's in the room. So let's have the Brown family.
Camaro.
Man, check out those shoes. They're great.
My name's Stacy. This is my son, Kamarian. We found out in 2011, when he was 3, that he had X-linked myotubular myopathy. He is now 5, getting ready to start kindergarten this year. He has 4 other brothers and sisters and daddy at home. They cannot all be here, of course. And then this is my mother, Sharon, grandmom. We live in Indiana, so it's quite a drive for us too, but we're happy to be here. It's our first year, so.
Thank you. We're happy to have you.
Oh.
The Bushy family.
Hi, we're the Bushies. This is Matt, my husband, Lily, and Cooper. They are 2 minutes apart and kind of given us a run from the money from the get-go. I was told during my whole pregnancy that Lily was going to be my sick baby, and just to prepare me for that, and lo and behold, Cooper came out and everybody's faces just kind of dropped. So from birth, we knew that something was wrong. We found out about 7.5 weeks that he had. The doctor walked in and said, well, we got a diagnosis. It's called a centronuclear myotubular. So here's some stuff I looked up on Google. So we promptly searched and found the MTM Facebook site and have been running to everybody ever since looking for information, and could not be more thankful for all the support that we have gotten. So we're excited to be here and get to meet everybody. So thank you.
Okay, so we're up to the Cook family, and the phrase is on deck. Hello, proud mom.
So I'm Randy, and at home I have my son Austin and my daughter Peyton. They are just about 2 years apart. We got the diagnosis about 3.5 months after he was born. I did not do a lot of research just because I didn't like what I saw, and I decided I wasn't going to go by all that. And we're doing pretty good. He did get trached and vented about a little bit less than a year and a half ago, and it has turned him around completely. We are now stable. We take him out in our pop-up camper, and we go away for weekends and stuff like that, and take him for walks around the local park, and we're getting better with taking him out and doing more. Oh, and my husband's name is Jim.
And now we have the Fraze family with the Garland family on deck.
Hi, I am Allison. This is my husband, Paul. And our daughter, Isabella, is not here with us. Unfortunately, in 1995, when Joshua was born, they told us that he wouldn't survive the day. And they told him if he made it to his first birthday, they would reevaluate him. And before he was a year old, we founded the Joshua Frates Foundation. Took this child home, not knowing how to take care of him. It's just a suction machine and a G tube. Actually, it was an NG tube. Went through his nose, and so we started the foundation in 1996, and in 1997 we met with Tony Atala, Alan Biggs, and Luke Uncle, and we formed the initial team of funding. At that time, I believe that there was no funding, there was no research that was being done here in the United States except Gail Herman. Coincidentally, Gail Herman had started at that time with the Scoggin family, and I thank God for the Scoggins, because truly there was nobody that we had to turn to on how to care for him. And at that time, they told us there was possibly 55 families known worldwide. And I truly, Pam was on quick dial, so we're very thankful for them. And unfortunately, tragically, Joshua passed Christmas Eve of 2010. He lived a very full life.
Yes, we were told when he was born there was 55. He was one of 55 known cases in the world. And how many children and families do we have here today? Almost more than half of so, and yes, it was a very tragic time losing Joshua, but we'd always committed that, we always used to say selfishly, we want to find a therapy in our Joshua's time, but if it doesn't work out that way, we're gonna push on, we're gonna press on. And I commend each and every one of you for what you do on a day-to-day basis for your warriors. And these children are our warriors. They teach us about courage, and they teach each and every one of us about perseverance, and they teach us about love. And we couldn't be more thankful to have all of you as our family. And thank you for your love and support through the years.
Paul and Allison, we would like to honor you guys and Joshua with a plaque for him.
Next up, we have the Garland family.
Wait. One thing.
Oh, one more thing.
Do you want to say something now?
This is the new website if you've not been here, and I really just was struggling with getting as much information together for families. So many times I get calls from mothers that are sitting in the NIC unit, and they never get those children home. They don't know what papers to read. They don't know what clinicians to call. And so this website basically, can you click through it, Mark, or no?
It's just a
You'll have to go on and check
Yeah.
it out. But it's life, what does life look like with MTM and CNM? It has videos on G-tube care and respiratory videos. For your clinicians, there are the top papers that are written about myotubular myopathy and centronuclear myopathy. It's really extremely resourceful. Under Get Involved, it lists all the entities, all the pieces that are going on within our community, and we really truly encourage you to try, to participate. It really is making a difference when you get involved in every aspect. Jim Dowling, CMDIR, Alan Biggs. It's really very important for you to make that time to participate with University of Florida in the respiratory study. But anyway, we feel that it is probably the most comprehensive site for our community, and we really want you to use that as a resource. And if you have any suggestions, any input, please do not hesitate to email us. Thank you.
Okay, this is the Garland family and the Gwen Connie on deck.
I tried to get Riley to do the talking since most of you already know her from the bingo game, but she wouldn't. So we're the Garland family. We're from Greenwood, Indiana.
There we go.
Okay, that is my son, Riley's brother, Reese, and I kind of went through a PowerPoint, so I didn't get off track, so I'm going to read the PowerPoint. Our journey with MTM. There have been some tough times. This was Reese hours after he was born, but as you can see, we've come a long way. He's almost 3 years old. Our main struggle was, how do you say to your child at home, you know, here's your baby brother, but you can't touch him and don't get sick because he might get sick. And you know, all that stuff that we planned to do when we were pregnant, we can't do any of that because he's in the hospital. And as a matter of fact, you can't even come to see him because it's cold and flu season and you're not allowed. So we consider our trach our rebirth. Reese was trached at 5 weeks old, and we struggled every day with that decision. Finally, we talked ourselves into it. So we consider that our medical miracle because all of a sudden we can have both of our children together. And we got to bring Reese home, and we're so happy about that because he's such a huge part of our family. Our lives, all of our lives revolve around him and making sure that he's happy and well. And then all the fun began because I have the 2 silliest kids ever. So we like to play dress up and play all the time, don't we? But we've come a long way with a little luck if anybody likes the Colts. And a lot of love on our side. And I want to thank, just in closing, I want to thank everybody. I see all of my heroes here, and Aaron and Allison, everybody. Everybody that I look up to and have for the last 2 years, and just information and things like that. It's been amazing. This is an amazing group of people, and all the kids, I recognize every one of them, and you guys are awesome, and I appreciate you putting this together for us and letting us come and be a part of it.
This is Connie. Connie and I, years and years ago on our trip to Boston to the Freeze, I just have to insert this. When we went to the gala, we went and toured the Beggs lab, and we're so amazed, and we went to this little pizza sandwich, I don't even know, I can't even remember, some restaurant, and we were sitting down and we said, wouldn't it be awesome if all the parents could get together and have something like we're having, because it was the first time we'd ever met in real life. So imagine this, going to Boston, sharing a hotel with a woman you've never met. You know, we met at the door and we're like, it's so nice to meet you. And we said, oh, that sounds so weird. You know, we're gonna share a room for the next 3 days. Hope we like each other. And I just look now at where we are in this 3rd conference and how awesome it is. And I was so happy that we had that opportunity to, in our little brains, say, wouldn't it be awesome?
My name's Connie. This is a very old picture. I do not know who dredged it up. Well, whatever. Whoever was deciding to get old pictures, thank you. Anyway, I had my first son, Elijah, was born in 2001, and I lived in a very small town, which I live there now still. Well, not still, but again, unfortunately. It's another story if you like to hear it. Catch me later. And it's like such a small town. It doesn't even have a NICU. I mean, it's really small. And in Texas, I'm from Texas. So I trusted doctors. I thought that's what you're supposed to do. My son Elijah lived for just under 24 hours, and they said, you know, hey, there's nothing you could do. It's basically a death sentence, right? And we're like, oh, it's wonderful. Then like 2 weeks later, I'm on the internet and I'm all like, oh, look, John Scoggins. Oh, look, Zachary Hughes. Oh, look, Alex and Levi Stewart. What's up? And so then like 2 years later, I had another son, Benjamin. He also had MTM, X-linked MTM. But I lived in Houston now. We have several NICUs. It's pretty exciting because they would actually support us in our endeavor to make sure that our son stayed with us for as long as possible. So it was pretty exciting. Once there, I met up cyberly with other MTM moms. As Shannon mentioned, we met up in Boston at the Phrases Gala, and it was amazing. And we were just like, wow, we have to do this. We have to get everybody together. And we just started doing Facebook and just gathering people left and right. And it was just basically a grassroots kind of craziness. Same year as the Phrases, my Benjamin left too, so I don't have him, but it's so important just to keep up. The community is still there, and the research is still important, and there's so much work, and it's just such a good thing to see all of you guys and see all of your faces and see all the kids together. It brings back memories from the first conference, and Reed was there and everything. So you guys this is an awesome community, and this is where it starts, and this is where it keeps going. So thank you for being here.
We want to present Connie with a plaque for Elijah and for Benjamin. Next up is, oh look, Krista totally knows her alphabet. She's like, I'm H, I must be next. The Hanson Stansberry family, and Huseths, you're on deck.
Hi, I'm Krista Hansen. This is Burke and Lucas, who we came from Seattle. We flew, which was shorter but has its own level of exhaustion. So anyway, Lucas has kind of lost it about 5 minutes ago. But we're really thrilled to be here. I came by myself. He was born in August 17th, 2009, which turns out to make him 2 days older than Cooper, which is pretty amazing to just meet other kids, just Lucas's age. Anyway, and then so 2 years ago, it felt like too much, so I came by myself, and it's really meaningful to see a lot of you again, and then to have him here with us. And he put this together all about Lucas. It says, I'm 3 years old. I'm 3 years old. I live in Seattle. This is his self-portrait. And my family is mommy and daddy. I want to be an octopus when I grow up. My favorite animal is macaroni penguin. There's a few others you can ask him about, but macaroni penguin is important. So anyway, thank you guys so much. I have to say, I meant to participate a lot in helping, and it's just like being a parent of a kid with MTM or CNM is just, it's a lot. And it turns out that helping out with a conference too is just like beyond amazing. So thank you to Aaron and Mark and Marie and Shannon and stuff.
Well, thank you, Krista, because you have been a lot of help, and also Krista helped organize some massage therapists to come who are volunteering. So touch base with her. Yeah, that's good. And she's also offering an optional yoga session tomorrow. Here.
Yep, on that side.
Right over here, and that's at
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. So, next up, we have the Huseth family with the Coe family on deck.
Hello, hi. My name is Drew. These are my parents, Paul and Diane. I think we kind of represent maybe the older side of the equation. In this photo, we went to the our first conference was the last one in 2011. This photo is myself. I'm the youngest of 4 boys. I'm affected with CNM. And then there's Three older brothers, we're all 3 years apart. And my oldest brother, Chris, he's also affected and he's 42. And he's not here tonight, but he may be around tomorrow, as well as my 2 other siblings. With that being said, my oldest brother was diagnosed shortly after birth. Same thing for me, and I think to speak on behalf of my parents, I think we'll just pedal to the metal. And, you know, just continue and just try to live life as normal as possible. I'm originally from Minnesota. My parents still live in Rochester. I went to college out at Arizona State University. 10 years ago now is when I graduated. It's scary how fast time flies by. I still live and work full-time in Phoenix. And that's really it. We're happy to be here. I was super nervous when I came to the last conference, didn't know what to expect. But for me personally, the time has come just to offer my medical history for whatever help it might be for the rest of the community. It would be a disservice not to do that. Other than that, that's really it. So thank you very much.
The Coe family?
I'll try to get through this. Unfortunately, my husband couldn't be here. He had a work commitment, but he sends his love to all of you. This is our Elliot. And this is his Grover. Elliot was with us for 7.5 months, and he was a fighter and the most popular baby in the NICU, if I do say myself. He was in the NICU for 5.5 months, and he was on 4 liters of heated high flow oxygen, and no baby had ever been discharged on that much oxygen. And we desperately wanted to get him home, and we had some angels at the Children's Hospital in Colorado who figured out a way, worked with an oxygen company that was willing to take the risk on Elliot. And so we were able to spend the last 2.5 months of his life at home, and that was a lifetime for us. Excuse me, sorry. It was amazing. He was an amazing little boy. He was so amazing that his NICU nurses signed up with the home health care agency to follow us home. So it was just such a blessing. We started, the minute we got his diagnosis, or a few minutes after, we developed his bucket list. And we marked off out of, I think there was 47 items, and we got through about 30 items on his bucket list. And we decided to make every day the best day we could make for Elliot. And that was our mission in life. And we became stronger as a couple than as a family. And I keep Grover in my purse every day. And Grover helps us complete Elliot's bucket list. And we continue to expand on it every day. And so I just want to tell you how difficult it was for me to be here. But part of the reason I wanted to come was to see all of these Facebook friends that I've connected with. Thank you, Erin and Allison. And thank you to Jamie in the back, because she lost her Nicholas in December. And it was just so comforting to know I wasn't the only one, and we have a room full of people who know what it's like. And I am badly now, so I won't take any more time, but thank you. And I am truly so, so impressed by all of you, parents and kids. It's amazing. This room is full of so much strength. Thank you.
Debbie.
and the Mortensons are on deck.
The last thing this room needs is my daughter close to a microphone right now. She's more than loud enough. I'm Debbie Michaud. This is my daughter Ashton. My husband Joel is at home. He couldn't take the time off work, so the two of us made the drive down yesterday. We are your Canadian visitors. Okay. Although a lot of us live closer, or we live a lot closer than a lot of you do to the conference. So yes, I got bugged for the A lot last time. See how that goes. So I got involved with the MTM community through my nephew Braden, who was born June 30th, 2009, and he was our inspiration. I don't get through anything without crying, but this weekend is going to be tough. He earned his angel wings December 29th, 2012. The last time we got to spend any real time with him was on Christmas Eve. And we miss him every day. But we know that he's still with us. He continues to bring gifts to our lives, even though he's not here, including my daughter Ashton, who we adopted not long after Braden was given his wings. And we tried for a long time to have children and couldn't, so we started adopting, and Braden passed away in December, and January 25th was his dad's birthday, and he said to Braden, you know, if you can just give me a sign that you're still around somewhere. And we got a phone call that we were getting a baby in our family. And in Canada, when you adopt from the day the child's born and you bring them home, you've got 21 days where the birth parents can change their mind and take the baby back. And Ashton officially became ours on Braden's mom's birthday. So out of all the days in that year that could have been something, it was huge. So we know he's still with us, and we know our angel sent us another angel. And I just want to say that this room is full of the most amazing people, and all of Braden's life and his passing would not have been what it was if it wasn't for you all. So thank you, because a lot of you held my hand across the miles when we prepared to say goodbye. And just the support and the love and the openness and the sharing that you all bring is just the most amazing gift. And to all those kids out there, if you're still fighting, you guys are doing an awesome job. And we're super proud that you share everything with us, so thank you.
There's so many amazing stories in this community, don't we? Mitchell is up next with his dad, and Hattie and Sergio are on deck.
All right. Hey everybody. I'm Mitchell. This is my dad, Martin. This is my third time. This is his first. So we're just both excited to be here. Learned a bunch of stuff. So, not much else to say.
That's it. So you can see Mitchell's a real inspiration.
He may be soft-spoken, but keep an eye on him.
Watch your cell phones, ladies. He likes to hide them. And luckily there's no wedding. I hear he might have been a wedding crasher at the last conference. with maybe my son. Sergio and Patty? Or Sergio? Patty's too busy gazing into Emmy's eyes.
Well, I don't know how I got stuck with this, but well, we became part of the family, of your family, on the date that Emiliano was born, on the 27th of December of 2011. So like most of you, he came into this world absolutely a little bit floppy with a lot of complications, and it took doctors quite a few months to figure out what was wrong with him. Eventually we landed at Children's Memorial at Chicago, and we got our diagnosis about 4 months after birth. Yeah, 4 months. Once we had our answer, we started working on getting Emmy home with us. So eventually he made it home after 8.5 months, and it's been wonderful. He's our inspiration, he's our rock. He's showed us so much, and he's opened our minds to so many things as well. And of course, the internet being the internet, it actually gave us a lot of scary information, but then we stumbled across a few pages here, one of the phrases, and we started finding some answers and started looking at everyone's lives and how what the support of this community has, and I think that's what gave us a lot of hope, and started for us to plan our future with our son and the possibilities that we have with him. So it's great. We're so happy to be here with everyone. Because although we have a lot of support back home from our friends and family, there's always that disconnection with them. And we sort of feel isolated, so being here in this room with so many of you that share the same, probably the same dreams, the same hopes, it's wonderful. And we're very thankful to everyone to open your doors to us. Thank you.
Yeah, and I think Aaron mentioned that Sergio's taking family portraits, so meet with him for that, and Patty was the one who did our program, so thank you guys as well. The Rochefort family and the Serafanos on deck.
First, I'm going to apologize. This is Abby, and you'll get to know her over the conference because she's very outspoken and loves everyone. She might be shy at first, but that's just an act. Abby is 4. We have a son named Nicholas, and we were blessed with him on March 18th of last year, and he earned his angel wings on December 17th of last year. My name is Jamie, and my husband's name is Brian, and this is what we are thankful for everything that we had to learn about Nicholas, about feeding and everything else. My mom was right there helping us with it. She was learning everything with us in the NICU. We were in the NICU for about 26 days before we got to go home, and we actually got a diagnosis right from the U of M on the 26th day, so we were very blessed with that. I started doing research on the internet and came across Allison Frase's page and was thankful, and then started coming in contact with everyone else. So that has been the most wonderful thing for us, is to know that the doctors they were so negative, and to see this community and have that it's not all doom and gloom. It was absolutely wonderful.
It's nice to know there's so many good families out there, and to see all of Nick's little brothers and big brothers that are fighting so hard and have fought so hard. Thanks for coming.
No apologies necessary. We like it.
The next family up is the Serafanos, and the Sermon family is on deck.
The community support exceptional. We drove here from Huntington Beach. Most of our families out there were crazy, but I knew with preparation, and people who had done those trips, we knew we could do it if we prepared. The family worries about, well, if you have a flat tire, battery goes dead in the car. Things we really had to deal with was the oxygen concentrator. The nebulizer breaking. Oh, yeah, gastric juice will destroy a pulse ox, in case you're not sure. And then, things like the hotel room, you guarantee a first floor of a 2-story place without an elevator, and they gave away your room with your concentrator and oxygen in it.
Not this hotel.
Yeah. But as some of you saw on Facebook, there was a woman in the lobby who kind of heard our plight and exchanged rooms and gave us her first floor room. And the clerk woke up the person to get us oxygen back. And then there's the part that people don't talk about that much outside the hotel. Mateo desaturated. And it was taking a while to get back. And so we called 911, and the paramedics from Station 30 in Omaha showed up and made sure everything was okay. And instead of they carried everything into our room for us to help us get set up. Those acts of kindness are just unbelievable.
The adventure has been amazing. Mateo turned 5 this past year, and he had a Cars Land birthday party. We live near Disneyland, so I had a lot of fun. Went to Disneyland, and especially all the new Cars Land rides. He earned Student of the Year this year at school, so very cool. Nice. He loves school. He loves circle time, stories, songs. Miss Naomi would sing to him all the time. Misses her a lot. Wonderful addition to our family for 4 years, but now she has to pursue other things for her family. Disneyland again. He loves oral stim. Let's see. Candy. Fun Dip. Fun Dip is the one I bought on the way here. That's his favorite. Swimming at Grandma's house. And again, we have all the families that we've interacted with at the conference who have kind of shown us that these things are possible, and we just have to find ways to adapt. That's all. And I think that's all I can think of. Anything else to add? Okay, thank you.
The Sermon family and the Sleepies are on deck. Is he dancing yet?
Hello, I'm Hillary. This is my husband, Casey. This is Benjamin. These are his sisters, Isla and Lennon. Find a better picture. Oh, this is perfect. This is Isla and Lennon right there. They're 4 and 3, and they all keep us very busy. Benjamin was born last February before last. Immediately knew something wasn't, we had a problem. I guess about 2 months, we found out by muscle biopsy that he had myotubular centronuclear myopathy. So after 17 months of genetic testing, we just found out he has an undocumented variant of DNN2. So we're glad we finally have something. But he is a happy little boy. He loves, most of the time, loves therapy. He loves Megamind and Despicable Me. Loves music. I'm sure you'll see him dancing later. And he loves the ladies. He blows kisses backwards. So if you see him doing that, he likes you a lot. What else, Benjamin? It's been quite a journey, I'd have to say, but with everyone's help, it's been a lot easier. He's been to the beach, went into the lazy river, didn't float, but we stood in it. He loves the swing. He goes everywhere with us. And I think in our community, there's not a lot of children on ventilators, and if there are, they are apparently locked up in their homes, because when we go out, people ask what it is. But that is part of my goal, is to make people comfortable with it. Because I just don't want people to feel like they should have to keep their kids locked up for germ reasons or just because they're uncomfortable. So we make sure everyone is comfortable. And also, we are in the process right now with our parish. We're trying to get an adaptive playground built. So Benjamin and I have been working on that, and hopefully within the next year, we'll have a playground that Benjamin and his sisters can play on together. So this is our crazy family. Benjamin as it's supposed to, we lie and say it's a crab, but it's a lobster. And I think that's about it. Horse races, he loves the horse races. He's busy. But we're looking forward to a great weekend, and thanks for having us.
Sleepies.
Hi everybody, my name is Joe Slaby. My family, my dad Jack, my mom Carol, and my brother Jack. People that couldn't be here include, I have 3 sisters, Carrie, Christy, and Rachel. And then a couple of nephews.
Can't see. I like it.
Dwayne, Michael, and Christian. The older one, Dwayne Michael, is going to college this fall, and the other one's still in high school, and can't forget my niece, Emily, and my other 2 nieces, Molly and Katie, and my nephew, Gabe, and somebody decided to photobomb the family photo. That is my niece's friend on the right. Disregard her. I was diagnosed with CNM at the age of 11, but for me, I didn't understand that at all, really. I could still walk, run, play sports, a lot of things, and so, at that point, I didn't understand the magnitude of it until, I really got into middle school and high school. And then, really started, progressing. And all I can say on that is that, one of the best decisions I ever made was to decide to, when my dad found this conference that was going on in 2009 in Houston, initially I didn't want to go, but for some reason I changed my mind, and I did, and it ended up being the best decision ever, because what is going on here is really great with the foundation and the researchers and meeting everybody. And that's it. So thank you.
That'll be the family that you have to compete against in the talent show. So you might start practicing now because they like to bring it. Just giving you a little warning because, come on up.
Hi, we're the Vandervees and Beerstaker family. I'm Lisa, my husband Mike, daughter Elizabeth. Our son, William Michael Beerstaker, was born in 1993, and we immediately knew there was something wrong. He was very floppy. He did breathe on his own, but wasn't really able to maintain his oxygen saturations. Finally, when he was 2 years old, after a muscle biopsy, he was diagnosed with X-linked myotubular myopathy. And that was in '95. There wasn't a whole lot for us out there. Our first connection was with Pam Scoggins. And all I can say is thank God for Pam. She saved our lives. She was just a lifeline to us. And we had Willie with us for 8 years. He passed away in 2002. In the middle of summer, when you're not supposed to get the flu, he caught the flu. That was typical for Willie. He was always doing stuff he wasn't supposed to do. But there isn't a day that goes by that we don't think about him. He was our inspiration, still is our inspiration. Was just an amazing child. Not that Elizabeth isn't amazing too, she is. Willie was certainly a very special little boy.
We're from Appleton, Wisconsin. She missed that part. And my daughter was just thrilled that she actually touched somebody who played for the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, here it comes!
He's gonna get you.
The Welter family and the Wistons are on deck.
Great to see so many familiar faces and so many new faces. I'm Andy's warm-up act. He can't speak very loud, but he did a little thing on his Dynavox, which we might have helped with.
Hello, my name is Andy Welter. Contrary to popular belief, I am not British. I just like the accent. This is my dad, Matt, my mom, Amy, and my sister, Allie. We are from Bloomington, Minnesota, which is 15 minutes from here. My sister, Allie, loves to play volleyball. I like to play baseball, and I love it when Allie helps me by being my buddy. I turn 12 in 2 weeks and start middle school in the fall. Welcome to Minnesota.
Well, we're just getting all the accents. We'll have French, we have British, and we have Canadian. So Wistons with the Wilhelms on deck.
Oops, go back, honey.
Sorry.
Hi, I'm Dan. This is my wife Melanie, my daughter Juliet, and our son William. The reason we're here today. William had a rough first year. He was born the week after the 2011 conference, and the 2011 conference site was one of the first things we saw to learn about MTM. He had a rough first year and ended up getting a trach in the vent July of last year, and since then he's been doing really well. As of July of last year, I had no idea how all of you would have come to a conference like this and been able to bring your kids here, but William's doing well now, and we're so happy he could be here and meet everybody. He has been staring and looking at everybody today and trying to socially interact, which is great. So I want to say thank you to everybody in the room. A lot of times when we have questions, doctors don't always make themselves available after 5. But you all have been great to us, and we really, really appreciate it. So thank you to everybody. I also want to thank my mom and dad over there, Brian and Debbie, who didn't come over here, but they're with us every step of the way, and we love having them around. And I think my kids love having their grandparents around too. So thank you.
The Wilhelms. That is the challenging part, you'll notice. When lots of wheelchairs start moving around, navigating can be a challenge. So if you're non-wheelchair bound, may the force be with you.
Hi, we're the Wilhelms. You want to tell them? Here you go.
I'm in a white shirt in that picture, and my Louie's in a red shirt, and Daddy's is in a red shirt also. My mama's in a red shirt too.
That's us. This is Emily, I'm Lindsay, and my husband Martin, and this is our little Louie.
Mom, can I sing it?
Maybe later.
Tomorrow night.
Okay. Tomorrow night. She wants to sing.
Tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow night you can sing. Louis was born in June of 2011 and was diagnosed 3 months later through a muscle biopsy, and then we found out that I'm the carrier. I lost my train of thought. We're so happy to be here and meet all of you, and we just can't wait for the rest of the weekend and to spend time with you and learn so much more. So thank you so much.
Oh, I can't wait to hear you sing tomorrow at the talent show. You're going to sing, right, tomorrow? Yes.
So, wow, I just absolutely love hearing more about all the families we've been able to gather here together. It's so interesting. We all connect a lot, most of us, on Facebook, and it's always fun to watch people's mouths move because, you know, you're constantly looking at pictures on Facebook that are still. So we actually are concluding our formal agenda. We have some reminders. Actually, before we do that, we absolutely know that the road for MTM-CNM started way before many of us in this room. We want to especially acknowledge the Scoggin family who allow us to utilize their nonprofit to help support and sponsor this conference. They're not able to be here this year. We also have wonderful family foundations that support our community at large. And of course, the Phrase Foundation, Paul and Allison, and they also made a family foundation sponsorship for our conference this year. We'd also like to acknowledge the Wistons family who, with their foundation, Where There's a Will, There's a Cure, love that name. They also provided a family foundation sponsorship for our conference. Also, as Connie and Shannon took a little stroll down memory lane in the development of where the first conference originated. We want to especially acknowledge Connie and Shannon and those members of the room that met at the Fraser Foundation Gala and developed the first conference in 2009. So we're just so happy the journey is continuing on, and we're just excited about all the participation that has occurred this year. We have also a few people, we've kind of mentioned it a little bit through the night, but we just want to make sure we acknowledge some of the families that have gone above and beyond. And the Slavey family did a wonderful job with fundraising this year for our conference. We want to acknowledge them. They did letter writing campaigns to families and friends and did a yard sale. We also have families that, again, donated their talents and gifts. Sergio's joining us this year, and he provided photographs this afternoon, probably arranged to try to do a few more throughout the weekend. Patty did an amazing, beautiful job with our program this year, where you'll find the agenda, the family stories, absolutely beautiful. I'd also like to acknowledge the Welter family, Amy and Matt and Allie and Andy too. But they're a local family that have provided logistical support. I've been shipping boxes to her like crazy. Matt's helping us out with some stuff for the kids tomorrow. Allie's always been a fantastic help in 2011 and again this year, helping with kids' activities. So we're just thrilled to have them. Debbie Majot has been an incredible addition to our support team. Anytime we ask for something, yes, I can do that, helping out with coordinating the kids' activities. She's an amazing emotional and logistical and everything support for all of us, so thank you. And as mentioned earlier, Krista Hansen is providing yoga for caregivers in the morning, and she also provided the logistical arrangements for body workers throughout the weekend. That schedule, if it didn't make it into your handout, is at the back of the room, and you can see Krista, she has the master schedule. But the yoga will start at 8 o'clock in the morning right over there. It's sure to be a wonderful experience. So I'll make sure I'm not forgetting. I think that's on my list. So just let's have a big round of applause for everybody that's been great support. Also, just to mention that as we've arrived here and as families have started to arrive, we've been overwhelmed with everyone's willingness to just jump in and help. We had a few moms flying in, instead of going to their room, they saw us in here and came in and started helping yesterday. So, Randy and Becky, like everybody that's just come and said, what can we do? How can we help? We just really greatly appreciate it because it's all about us coming together. Oh.
So as previously mentioned, there is a talent show tomorrow, and lest you think that your talent is too small, I just want to give you a couple examples. My son last year blew raspberries into the thing, so if you can do that, you have a talent. So please see me. We won't make it required for you to leave to participate in the talent show, but we really would like to invite you to share whatever your skill or not skill may be with our community at large. And professionals, I know you think that you might get out of this, but really we would invite you as well to share with us beyond your research skills, because we imagine you have some other skills in those medical school moments that you might have honed. So please see me. I will get you signed up, and then you will be committed, or might need to be committed, one of the two.
And I just want to so everything is going to pretty much occur in here. Tomorrow we'll have a divider up for everyone that has kids that want them to be doing some kids activities. We'll have kid activities going on the other side of the room, but again, parents that need to be with their child but still want to hear the really great, amazing science research that's going to be presented tomorrow. You can feel free to be in the back of the room. Also, if you haven't already connected with the 2 research teams conducting research, the natural history study is in the suite 2000, which is up the elevator right now. And then also the University of Florida team with the observational respiratory study is in suite 2210. Okay, and that's the same kind of suite, just on the other side of the building. Thank you. So tomorrow morning, breakfast starts at 6 a.m. I just want to share that it does get a little congested for the chairs in the breakfast area. So after you get your breakfast, you can feel free to come in here and eat in here with the tables that are set up. Yoga at 8 o'clock, and then our presentations will start in this part of the room at 9 a.m. and the kids' activities can report over here. And with kids, we do not unfortunately have nursing care or respiratory or respite care, so we just need to make sure everyone's obviously keeping their eye on their child. We do have volunteers helping out though as well, so that's a wonderful support. So feel free to use this room. We have this room for the next hour and a half, so you can mingle and enjoy, and then everybody get a good night rest, and we'll have a full day tomorrow. All right, thank you everyone.